11th Psalm. And in that third verse of the 11th Psalm, I've asked Brother Tucker to take the message. And the Lord been dealing with me this for a week or so, and I have discussed it with a few who asked me, would I please take it for me? If possible, we will have it. But here in this 11th chapter, verse 3 is an answer to a lot of questions that might be in your mind. Hoping the Lord will let the answers come forward. It says, if the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do? If the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do? Now there are a lot of passages, but I want you to turn to one more dealing with foundation. And all the Bible, you hear that word foundation. But here, Jesus addressed in the 7th chapter of St. Luke. I don't want to overburden you with scripture in a sermon. I recognize that's not the proper way to do it. But let me just call your attention to Luke, St. Luke, chapter 7, and mentioning at verse 46. And Jesus says here, why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings, and doeth them. St. Luke 6th chapter, I'm sorry. Thank you, man. 6th chapter, 46th verse. 6th chapter. And why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them, I will show you to him to whom he is like. He is like a man which built an house and digged deep and laid the foundation on a rock. And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock. But he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that without a foundation built an house upon the earth, against which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it failed, and the ruin of that house was great. If the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? Now, we're going to just spend a little time on the need for foundations, right? The need for foundations. Now, in case we don't get to that, the 19th chapter of the first book of Samuel is the backdrop by which David writes or pens this 11th Psalm. It is written by David prior to being king, yet a young man being pursued by King Saul. And he was perplexed as a young man serving the king and the nation. Yet all of the wonderful things the Lord allowed him to do for the nation and for Saul, tried to assassinate him. He tried over and over to kill him. And yet in David's heart, he risked his life by going against Goliath. And the Lord used him to kill this great Philistine. And he risked his life in battle and led men to kill thousands of the enemies. But the more he did, the more Saul wanted to kill him. And as a songwriter and as a poet, David, early life, pens this scripture. And he says, "In the Lord put I my trust. How say ye to my soul, flee as a bird into the mountains, or into the mountains. For lo, the wicked bend their bow, they make ready their arrow upon the string. That they may privately shoot at the upright in heart." He was describing what Saul had done to him and was doing to him. And he says, if the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do? What can a good man do if the foundation is destroyed? Now, for any individual, any community, any church, any home, any school, any city or government or nation, there must be foundations in order for any entity to exist in order, to survive, to flourish, to grow. There must be order. And this order arises out of foundations. We have a lot of young couples today who, good young Christian men and women, but they have a hard time because the foundations for a family to thrive, those foundations are not there. The first thing in a relationship, in a family, a church, a home, or school, the first pillar in a foundation is authority. There must be authority in a family, in a city, in a church, in a home. Any unit, there must be authority. Now, before you get to the authority part, the deeper foundation is moral character. The deeper foundation of any existence, there must be moral character. You cannot be expected